Imagine this. One morning, America decides to wipe away its massive national debt, currently more than $35 trillion, not by raising taxes, not by cutting spending, not by borrowing more money, but by minting just one coin. Yes, a single coin, stamped with the words $1 trillion. Sounds like science fiction, right? Almost like something out of a comic book or a crazy conspiracy theory. But here's the shocking truth. This idea is very real. It has been discussed by politicians, economists, and even legal experts inside the United States. And technically, under U.S. law, the government really could do it. So today, we're diving into the wild story of the trillion-dollar coin. Where did this idea come from? How would it actually work? What would happen if America really minted one? And is this the solution to America's debt problem? Or just a dangerous myth? Part 1. America's debt problem. To understand why this trillion-dollar coin even exists as an idea, we first need to understand the problem it's meant to solve. The United States runs on debt. Every year, the government spends more money than it collects in taxes. To cover the gap, it borrows by issuing treasury bonds. These bonds are bought by investors, banks, and even other countries like China and Japan. Over time, this borrowing has ballooned into a mind-boggling figure. More than $35 trillion in national debt as of 2025. To put that into perspective, if you stacked $100 bills on top of each other, $1 trillion would reach about 631 miles high, more than twice the distance from Earth to the International Space Station. Now, imagine 35 of those stacks. But here's the real danger: the debt ceiling. Congress sets a legal limit on how much the U.S. government can borrow. When the government reaches that limit, it cannot issue more bonds unless Congress votes to raise the ceiling. And if Congress refuses, the government literally runs out of money. And it's exactly in these moments of crisis that the trillion-dollar coin idea keeps coming back to life. Part 2. The loophole. So, where did this bizarre idea even come from? Back in the 1990s, Congress passed a law allowing the U.S. Mint to create platinum coins in any denomination. The idea was harmless at the time. It was just meant for collectible coins for coin enthusiasts. But here's the catch. The law never set an upper limit on the coin's value. It doesn't say the coin has to be $10 or $100 or even $10,000. Technically, the Treasury Secretary could order a platinum coin with a face value of $1 trillion. That loophole sat quietly for years, until 2011. In 2011, America faced one of its worst debt ceiling crises in history. Political deadlock in Congress pushed the U.S. dangerously close to default. That's when a few economists and bloggers stumbled on the platinum coin loophole and suggested, why not just mint a trillion-dollar coin, deposit it at the Federal Reserve, and use that money to keep the government running? The idea sounded like a joke at first, but it caught fire. Major newspapers covered it. Economists debated it. Even members of Congress talked about it publicly. And that's how the trillion-dollar coin went from internet meme to serious political discussion. Part 3. How it would work okay, but let's get practical. How would this actually work in real life? 1. The U.S. Mint creates a platinum coin with a face value of $1 trillion. 2. The Treasury deposits the coin into its account at the Federal Reserve. 3. The Fed credits the Treasury's account with $1 trillion in electronic money. In simple terms, it's like the government paying itself with a giant cheat code. Part 4. Supporters of the coin. Now, here's where things get interesting. Some serious economists actually support this idea. Paul Krugman, a Nobel Prize-winning economist, once argued that the coin was a clever way to bypass political deadlock. Philip Deal, the former U.S. Mint director, confirmed that it would be 100% legal under the existing law. Progressive lawmakers like Representative Rashida Tlaib have also floated the idea as a way to fund massive government programs without worrying about Congress blocking them. Supporters say the coin wouldn't really cause inflation because it's not the same as printing endless money. It's just a one-time accounting trick to keep the government functioning and avoid catastrophic default. And compared to the alternative, global economic collapse, it might actually be the safer choice.